Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you truly rested without feeling guilty about it? If you can't remember, you're not alone. Most people today are trapped in a constant race, racing deadlines, racing expectations, racing their own exhaustion. We call it productivity, but often it's just survival. That's why this episode is so important, because today we're talking about work-life balance, what it really means, why most of us get it wrong, and how you can finally build a rhythm between work, rest, and meaning. By the end of this video, you'll see that balance isn't about doing less. It's about doing what matters, with peace. Let's start with the myth. People often imagine balance as a perfect 50-50, half work, half personal life, all neatly divided like a pie chart. But that's not how real life works. Real balance is not symmetry, it's harmony. Sometimes you'll work harder, sometimes you'll rest more. Balance isn't a static state, it's an ongoing adjustment. Dr. Stewart Friedman from the Wharton School calls this work-life integration. He says the goal isn't to separate your worlds, it's to make them support each other. When your work energizes your personal life and your personal life inspires your work, that's balance. Here's the hard truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you sacrifice sleep, health, and joy for success, you're building achievements on exhaustion, and that foundation always cracks. The World Health Organization now classifies burnout as an official occupational phenomenon. It's not weakness, it's a warning. Your body keeps score, your mind keeps score, and if you don't make time for rest, your body will make it for you. So how do we create balance in a world that glorifies busyness? Start with one powerful word: boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're filters. They protect what matters most. Set clear work hours and personal hours, even if you work from home. When you're off the clock, be off the clock. Don't check emails in bed. Don't bring work to dinner. And when you're working, give it your full presence. Boundaries create freedom because they stop your worlds from bleeding into each other. Next, let's talk about the rule of 3 priorities. Each week, choose 3 areas of your life that need attention, maybe career, health, and relationships. Then, give focused energy to those 3. Everything else? Secondary. Because you can do anything, but not everything at once. The author Greg McKeown in Essentialism said it best: if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Here's something else that changes everything: active rest. Rest isn't just lying on the couch scrolling through your phone. That's passive recovery. It numbs, but it doesn't heal. Active rest refuels you. It could be a walk, journaling, playing with your kids, or a hobby that lights you up. Psychologists have found that people who practice active recovery, activities that engage but relax the mind, report higher happiness, creativity, and mental resilience. So instead of saying, "I don't have time to rest," ask, "How can I rest in a way that restores me?" Another big piece of the puzzle is saying no. Every yes is a trade-off, a piece of your time, energy, and attention. When you say yes to everything, you're saying no to yourself. Learning to say no with grace is a superpower. It doesn't make you selfish, it makes you sustainable. Here's a simple practice to bring balance back into your life. At the end of each day, ask yourself 3 questions. What gave me energy today? What drained my energy? What will I do differently tomorrow? That's how you build awareness. And awareness leads to balance. Small daily adjustments add up to a peaceful, productive life. And finally, remember, balance isn't about perfection. It's about presence. Be where you are. Work when you work. Rest when you rest. And when you're with the people you love, be fully there. Because in the end, no one remembers how many tasks you completed. They remember how you made them, and yourself, feel. So here's your challenge. This week, schedule 1 hour of active rest. Block it in your calendar like a meeting. No guilt, no multitasking, just you, refueling your soul. Because balance doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intention. If this episode reminded you to slow down, share it with someone who needs the same permission. And don't forget to subscribe to School Subjects Online, where we turn life skills into lessons that last a lifetime. Until next time, work with purpose, rest with peace, and live with balance.